All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I know your time is valuable, so Michelle and I are going to do our very best to make sure that we stay on task. We get you in and out. We've designed this to be a 30-minute webinar with a good 15 minutes or so at the end where we'll answer your questions. And what I'd like you to do, if you look at the bottom of your screen, there should be a button where you can click on chat. And so if you have any questions, if you type that in there, it might be a little bit easier, and then we'll go through them at the end of the webinar and just make it easier. Again, we appreciate you jumping on and being on this with us. We know you're busy. We know you're trying to put kids to bed and clean up after dinner, and some of you are getting your kids into school. Today was our first day at school, so trust me, I understand the craziness of it all. If by chance we have any technical issues with the call and we need to shut down the webinar and Michelle and I just end up talking, we'll do that. Again, we haven't had issues with that in the past, so I don't expect that, but we're just going to roll with whatever we need to. If you notice any issues with the call, please feel free to type it in the chat, and Michelle and I and Megan will monitor to make sure we're not having any issues. So I'm just going to jump right in, share a little bit about myself and how I ended up getting into this opportunity. Again, my name is Rebekah Bain. I've been a coach for 4 years now. We're a military family. My husband and I have been married for 13 years now. And we have 4 children with number 5 on the way. Our kids range in ages from 8 to 2, and then this one's due in November. So incredibly busy. I kind of got into this much like the way many of you did. I started with a home fitness program. It was Hillaert Extreme. Those are my results up on the screen there. My coach approached me, and I was a gym rat. I love the gym, and so when someone mentioned home fitness to me, I kind of was like, yeah, right. But come to find out, by the time I had my 3rd child, getting to the gym was not easy for me. And so I realized I needed a better solution. And I'll be honest with you, I had a big issue with the cost. It was $90 for the program, and that wasn't something that I felt comfortable investing in just because money was tight. And so I balked at it. I looked at buying it through Amazon. Thankfully, I went ahead and went through my coach. But the results were amazing. And I'll tell you what, I started sharing my journey through social media. I was brand new on Facebook, and my posts were kind of ridiculous. But I was sharing because I wanted to share. I wasn't a coach yet. I had no idea what coaches did. But what I started noticing was people started coming to me and saying, you know what, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for posting. You've really inspired me. I started going back to the gym again. I started running again. I got that same program. And so I was seeing my impact already, not even as a coach, on how I was inspiring others and helping them to better themselves and better their health. And so when the coaching opportunity was presented to me, I said no. And then when it was presented to me again, I said no. And then when it was presented to me again, I finally said yes. And it was the best decision I could have made for myself and my family. We've just been incredibly blessed, and I'm so thankful for this opportunity because not only am I able to expand, if you're like me, not all of you are moms on here, but some of us moms just really feel the need to do a little something extra with our time besides wipe butts, cook dinner, and clean the house. So this was my opportunity to do that, and I was already seeing that I was able to have that greater impact on the lives of others. And then as my business has grown and my team has grown, and I've been able to help other coaches do the same thing, to pay off debt, to make a little extra money for groceries, to pay to put their kids in school. It's just been a huge transformation. And one of those coaches on my team is Michelle. Michelle, I asked to join us tonight. She's a huge inspiration for me. She has a lot of energy, which you're going to feel. We have a lot in common. There's a lot that we have that is different. But the commonality of just us loving this business, loving being able to share with other people, other women on our team. We tend to attract moms. Go figure, right? Has made a huge difference, and she's just helped me to become a better coach. And so I wanted her to come on and share. And Michelle, welcome. Please share a little bit about yourself.
Thank you, Rebekah. So I'm Michelle Hillaert, the one and only. Try Googling me. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I'm a one-star diamond coach. I've been married for 15 years, and I'm a mom of 5. Number 6 is due in 4 weeks. My kids range from 14 to 4, so my oldest is a boy. I have 4 girls, and I just was in tears when I discovered that this last child is also a boy. So we get our bookend boys. We're very excited. When I going back 15 years ago, I had a career in IT. Believe it or not, I was a Linux admin. I was a geek, and I was working my way up in the tech support for an IT company back when the tech companies were really starting to take off in web hosting. So when my son was born, when I made the decision to stay home, it was a very, very difficult decision for me. I loved to work. I loved being in that environment. And over the years, although I've done a little consulting here and there, I can't tell you how many tears I cried as I saw people shoot past me on the ladder. And I sat at home doing what I knew that I personally would regret if I had made the other decision. It was a very hard one for me. So when I first started in Beachbody, I was a discount coach. I had no intention of coaching, but I was struggling with an eating disorder, and I had been yo-yo dieting for years. And so unlike Rebekah, the gym rat, I was the girl who wanted to be the cool gym rat, but was the ex-homeschooler who really struggled with my body image and hated to work out. I hated my lungs to burn. I couldn't stand it. So when I discovered Insanity and I realized that I was able to do this, it was very exciting for me. And then I decided to coach. And Beachbody has just ignited a passion in me to help other moms learn to love the skin that they're in as well. And I literally hated on myself almost 24/7. It almost brings me to tears thinking about it. Every time I saw myself in a mirror, I hate you or F you or something would cross my mouth. I was so unkind. And as a coach and the way that we grow, the way that we develop, and we'll tell you more about that later, I learned that this was all caused by a lot of fears. And I've learned to get through those fears, which is really one of the reasons why right now I'm writing a book that's hopefully going to be out in November called Let Go of the Fear. And it's about how to work past fears. And this is something that Beachbody has done for me, and my life has drastically changed as a result. So I'm really excited for this opportunity for my family. And, we're working at bringing my husband home. That's our big dream. And I'm excited to share this with you and, tonight as we move forward. But that's a little bit about me.
Thank you, Michelle. See, I told you she had a lot of energy, and it's so true. Like I said, we have so many differences with one common goal, and that's to help others. And it's been an amazing journey, and so I just want to jump right in and share a few things. We're going to share a lot of our personal stories with you and some of the things that have really impacted us with the coaching opportunity, because I really think that is the foundation of what we do. But also I'm going to share with you a little bit of the facts that I know a lot of you have interest in. So before Beachbody, or before Team Beachbody, we were actually Beachbody. It was founded in 1998 by John Condon and Carl Deichler, our CEO. And their core purpose really in developing this company was to help people achieve their goals and live healthier, more fulfilling lives. And they started that by offering fitness. One of our most popular, or the first kind of a low budget program, was 8-minute abs. And from there it kind of grew to Power 90. It was all infomercial. And so that's where people were getting it. Well, they started noticing that through the message boards, this was really before social media took off, but people were supporting each other. They were raving about the program. They were getting the results and sharing it with others. And they said, hey, let's figure out how we can make this work so that we can actually compensate these people for sharing the program. And that's where Team Beachbody came into play, and adding in coaches for us. So since Team Beachbody, we have developed our programs. Every 3 to 6 months, they're coming out with something new, which is incredible. And as you can see, we have something that it covers fitness levels for anybody. I mean, if someone comes to me and says, from a personal experience, my sister-in-law had severe back issues, and she had major back surgery that had her out of commission for a while. And Tai Chi, I knew it was going to be the perfect program for her. For me, it's too slow. It's not something I enjoyed. I did a little bit during pregnancy, but for her, it was perfect. And so knowing that I have something to offer people, no matter where they are in their fitness journey, if they're crazy athletic athletes, we have Insanity and Body Beast and stuff like that, that is just we can figure out exactly what they want and need and narrow it down. We just came out with Size. That's not on the list. And then Hammer and Chisel is coming out in the fall. So you're never going to run out of things to help your clients. These next two slides that I'm going to run through just real quick for my numbers people. There's always a few of you who are intrigued by these numbers. You can see our growth, and this is actually from 2014, so it's gone up considerably over that, but at the 500 million mark. And you look at it's been a steady upward trend. And same thing with our coach network here on the next slide. We're actually well over 350,000 coaches now. Again, this is 2014. But it's an upward trend, and this is an open opportunity for growth. It is a testimony to the programs and the products that we have that absolutely work. And so this number with the coaches actually is a reflection of not only those who are like Michelle and I, who are growing a business, but it also includes those who are kind of in it for a hobby, which many of you may be considering, or even those who are just doing it for a discount, which I know many of you are considering as well. So that is a wide range of coaches there. Michelle, take it over.
All right. So what makes Team Beachbody unique? And this is really what I love about this company, because believe it or not, I tried 3 or 4 different companies before Beachbody, and I finally gave up on it. When I signed up, I told my coach, I said, don't you dare ask me to do this, because I won't. I just did it really for the fitness. But what Team Beachbody has that makes them unique, makes us unique, is the fact that not only do we have the best at-home fitness programs, but the Beachbody does a great job of making sure that the world knows about it. Just go onto your cable television anytime, day or night, flip through the channels, and you're going to see infomercials on 21-Day Fix, T25. I mean, you name it, you're going to see these. And this is Beachbody reaching out and letting the world know about their products. So we don't have to be the one to do that, but they've got the best fitness. When I first started, I had never done, I'd go to the gym and I wouldn't know what to do. Or I do Taebo, the same thing every single day, and I would just get bored. I got my Insanity program, and there was a full calendar on there. And I was so excited because I didn't have to think about anything. I just had to do it. And I did. And what I've noticed over time, and of course I didn't know this at first, is that they have these experts putting together these programs, so I might as well have a personal trainer. I have never been one to have abs, y'all, and never thought that this ex-homeschool girl could have abs, but I wish I had my picture to show you. But right before I got pregnant, I had some killer abs, and that is because these programs were created by professionals who know what they're doing. So not only do we have the top fitness, but we also have nutrition to go with it. So Shakeology. What makes Shakeology special? What makes Shakeology special is the fact that, sorry, can we go back to that other screen real quick? But what makes Shakeology special is the fact that we have 70 plus superfoods in this shake. And when I first started out, I just trusted the person I ordered from. I am someone who always reads ingredients. I did not read the label, which is kind of surprising. Anyway, I was going to cancel my Shakeology because there's no way I was going to pay that much money for something. And not only did I have really good results my first month, but my cravings, I used to be an afternoon craving person where I would go through my kitchen and open all the cabinets, specifically looking for something I wasn't supposed to eat. It was specifically looking for that. Anyway, with Shakeology, I realized that I didn't have that problem after about 10 days. So when the second bag came in, I actually picked it up and I read the back. And what shocked me is not only were there a million good things in Shakeology, but there was nothing in there that wasn't natural. There was not one ingredient that I did not recognize, even in the other ingredients, which really impressed me. So we have that awesome fitness, we have awesome nutrition, but then we have the one thing that is absolutely fantastic, guys, and that's the peer support. You can have all the programs in the world, but without having someone in your corner, having people you can relate to, sometimes it's really hard to stick with it. You know, you have to be one of those special kind of people to stick with it in that case. And we have all three of those, which is a dynamite combination when it comes to what Beachbody has to offer, because no one else has those three things. And finally, rewards. Gosh, I mean, I've been able to go to, I went on a cruise for the first time in my life on a vacation by myself. I took one of my coaches with me, and we had an absolute blast. In something I never thought I would ever be able to get. So we get more rewards that we'll talk about later. But now you can show the next screen. So along with that, Beachbody always makes sure that we have some of the best products. So Shakeology comes in 6 different flavors. You know, I always tell people who ask me, well, how do you compare it to this product or that product? I'm like, I don't compare it, but if you want to, just look at the ingredients and decide for yourself, because it's that powerful. The other thing is that Beachbody is always looking for cutting edge, something new, something different, and something they just came out with is their performance line. And what gets me hugely excited about this are a couple of things. First of all, it answers a personal problem for me. We're a big soccer family. My kids are constantly out in the heat running in soccer games, and they're actually star players. So they're playing virtually most of the game. And I worry about them getting dehydrated with their water. And I hate Gatorade. Oh my gosh, I can't stand it. Now with their Hydrate, I'm able to give that to something. So it solves that personal problem. But aside from that, it opens up the world, like Rebekah was talking about, the world of the people who really love the gym, people who prefer to work out in a gym. We have the protein, and we have the energy. Like you don't have to go out and buy a monster drink. This Energize is good for you. It's all of these things have been approved as well by the NSF Athletic Banned Substance Program. So it's certified for sport. And you know it's something good that's going into your body, which is absolutely important, you know, if you're trying to live that healthy lifestyle.
Absolutely. So I think we've made it very clear we have something for everybody when it comes to Beachbody. We actually recently came out with the on-demand, which I was a little bit nervous about. But it actually, go back one more. Sorry, I think it skipped over. I was a little nervous about the on-demand, but now that I can share it with people and they can try it out for free for 30 days and get to know what some of the programs are and really feel if this is a thing for them, it's been an awesome thing to share. But here's what I want you guys to understand, because I know not all of you are doing the Beachbody programs all the time. Some of you like to run. Some of you love to go to the gym and spend that time where you're just away from your kids. They have the childcare. I get that. It's a good way to get out and meet friends and just be with other people. There's a lot of CrossFitters that come into the Team Beachbody world. And so what I want you guys to understand and appreciate is that you don't have to be what I like to call a Beachbody robot and do nothing and give up the things that you love just so you can do the programs. Let's say that you do love doing CrossFit. Well, I love offering PIO to CrossFitters because they aren't necessarily getting the flexibility and the stretch that they need in their workouts. So they stick with their CrossFit. They get to stay in that community, and yet they can still use PIO on the side. They can use the Shakeology. They can use the performance line. They're doing the things that they love because this is how you're truly going to inspire people. You're not going to inspire people if you're not doing something you love. So do the things you love, but know that you have these other tools that can help support them, because I'm not going to go run with you. I'm not a runner. I don't love it. But I also have 4 kids at home, so I need something that I know that I can do 30 minutes, be at home, not have to leave and go to the gym. It's just not going to happen. So knowing that you have something that you can offer me for wherever I am is so crucial. You know, when you're in this journey, just take confidence that you're using your story to inspire others. And no matter where that is, you know, you can use whatever it is that you have, as well as the Beachbody programs, and help people out. So let's talk about a little bit about our results. You know, maybe the people that you see in this slide, you know, have incredible results, and a lot of that comes down to the fact that we have such amazing peer support. I really believe that the coach coaches add such an important piece to that to help people get results. Many of you are thinking as you come into this business, I don't really have the peers, the friends, the social network that will buy into this. Well, first of all, I want you to really start to see that this isn't about selling a product. It's about inspiring others, and social media is the way to do that. I was just talking to a woman today, who said she felt like she knew me, and it's true. Like, I feel like we've built this relationship through social media that we would have never had the opportunity to build before. And why is that? Because if you will start to portray yourself and who you are as a person, not your product, because nobody cares about what you sell. They just care about who you are and what kind of value you have to offer them. So anyway, social media is something that can be learned. It's something that we teach you. It's something that Beachbody teaches you. And so don't feel overwhelmed if you're like, well, I don't really get on Facebook very much. Again, it's a tool. It's an amazing tool. And it's something that you can learn and we'll teach you. The whole team will be there to help you. Michelle, you want to share a little bit about our peer support?
Absolutely. So one of the awesome things about this company, again, is our teams. When you get started, you're not alone. So when I first started this business 2.5 years ago, being a stay-at-home mom and homeschooling most of my 5 little ones, I didn't have a lot of time. And trying to figure everything out on my own was really overwhelming. So what I do, I tapped into the team. I tapped into team trainings. I went to Summit Conference and was able to have that connection. So I was never, even though I was working on my own, I never felt alone. So there's plenty of ways to tap into the team resources. And when you sign on and you join up, then we'll get you connected with the right trainings, the right people, everything you need to get started. In this business, with the training systems in place, it's all about just that consistency and plugging in daily and never giving up, and when it comes to that, something to think about is there are a ton of Beachbody coaches. So more than likely you've heard of people who have signed up for as a Beachbody coach, and then it just didn't work for them and they did not have success. And to be honest, it is almost always the reason that is because they didn't engage in the trainings, they didn't do what they needed to do in order to become successful, and they didn't stick with it long enough. It takes a while for some people to build that following and to build that rapport. So something to remember is that most brick and mortar businesses, honestly, they take 5 to 10 years before they even see a profit. I mean, they've got to put money not only into the actual building that they're having the business in, they have to put it into the products and to everything that surrounds it, to hiring employees. The awesome thing about this business is that we don't have to worry about that. So bring me to the next slide about what is a coach. So what is a coach? What do we do? What don't we do? First of all, we don't have to be a fitness and nutrition expert. I'm not a fitness and nutrition expert, and I don't want to be a fitness and nutrition expert. I'm going to let Beachbody be the fitness and nutrition expert. It's just not where my heart is at. We do have some fitness and nutrition experts who sign up to be Beachbody coaches, but a lot of times we're just plain old moms, dads, just people just jumping in and wanting to make a change, wanting to help change people's lives. So we don't have to be at our fitness goal. I know people who have signed up and they are not where they want to be, but they ask people to join them and they share their journey. They share part of who they are, just like what Rebekah was saying with social media. It's inviting people and inspiring people by who you are, not necessarily by your words. And you definitely don't have to be an experienced salesperson, guys, because this is not about sales. The first thing I told my coach when I signed up is I am not a salesperson. Don't expect me to ever sell to my friends. I am not going to do that to them. I love my friends, and I'm not going to push anything on them. That was my big worry. And again, what I've learned is through social media, through working on myself, and through doing what we call our 3 vital behaviors, people have been attracted to me. They say that I inspire them. People that I didn't even know were watching, I'll meet in real life and they'll pour their heart out to me. And it's because they feel like we have this connection because I share my heart and I share my life. So what are our 3 things that we have to do? A coach, We're the product of the product. What that means is that, guys, if you want to do this, then obviously there's something tugging at your heart. You want something more, So that means that what are we going to do? We're going to work out. We're going to drink our Shakeology. We're going to be that. So when people see the change in us, we're going to be the change. We're going to be the example. When they see that, they're going to want that. Secondly, we work on our interior. So our personal development, we read books that are important for helping us to grow. A lot of us, we go to high school and college, and then we are like, that's enough of those kind of books. I know for me, I went straight on to reading romance novels and things that were interesting. There was no way I was going to pick up a boring old learning book until I joined Beachbody. And the biggest thing that I've learned is that college and growth, as soon as you quit growing yourself by reading books, we quit growing. So we encourage, people are constantly becoming better people, better leaders. I'm a better mom because of that, and the third thing is invite. And how do we invite? We invite people by saying, hey, I don't know if this is for you or not, but you were on my heart. And I was wondering if you'd want to hop in this next group with me and a bunch of other moms who are trying to get fit and stay healthy. How were you invited? Think about that. Did someone push it on you, or were you inspired by the person who spoke to you? That is what we're all about. It's by inviting, by inspiring, and not keeping someone else's future captive in our own mouth. Just like Rebekah talked about, her coach kept asking her, and now look at how her life has changed. My life, I would never go back to where I was before. So that's what we really do as coaches. So we're just committed to that, and we help run challenge groups, which we can, if you've been in challenge groups, you know what that's all about. If you haven't, we can share more about that as well. Rebekah?
You mean jump in with the benefits of being a coach?
Oh, that's me.
I can take it, no problem.
What are the benefits of being a coach? First of all, you get to set your own work hours. I love this because I did go back to work for 1 year about 5 years ago, and it stank. I had to be there at a certain time. I had to have my lunch hour at a certain time. I love setting my own hours. We get to focus on whether we want to be part-time or full-time. You could be a discount coach. You can just coach enough to be able to cover your Shakeology so you don't have to worry about the cost. You can make a little extra for vacation. It's your decision. What do you want to do? Where do you want to take this business? The sky's the limit, but it's based on your dream, your wants, and your needs. We can build online. So by building relationships on Facebook, on Instagram, wherever your social platform is, we can build it there. Or we can go meet someone for coffee at Starbucks, join the Moms Club, join different groups and meet people in person and build relationships that way. And then, as we share our passion with people, as we share our excitement about this business. As you can see, I'm like a dippy little dog when I talk about it because I love it so much. But as we share that excitement, it will attract people to the business and to you. And that is the ultimate goal.
Absolutely. Yes. I have a friend who is a coach, and she hates when I call it a at-home business because she's single and she doesn't have kids and she loves to travel, and she can go to Fiji if she wants to and work her business, which she does. So lucky girl. So let's talk a little bit about rewards. What I want to focus on here, because we've kind of talked about the trips and the recognition, the bonuses, but I know that you guys are really interested in how we earn as Beachbody coaches. So we earn through commissions and what's called a team bonus. We receive 25% commissions for our sales, but then where the true bulk of our income, where as you grow your team, where the bulk of my income comes from, is from what we call a team cycle bonus. And you earn a bonus if you decide to build a team. You don't have to. There are some who are what we called a hobby coach. That's not a technical term through Beachbody. It's just what they decide to do. They have no desire to build or train a team, and so that's fine. And then we have those who, again, are just doing it for the discount. But if you decide to build a team and you're really in this to grow a business, I just want to emphasize here, just by going out and recruiting coaches and adding people to your team, I hate that word recruit. I hate to use it, but it's what we do. As you bring people onto your team who are interested in growing this business, who see the value in it, who kind of have similar visions that you have, you cannot build your income just by adding a team. The reason why our setup, our compensation plan works so well is because if I want to be successful as a coach, I truly have to have a invested interest in your success. And so how do I do that? I'm going to help you. We're not just going to be like, okay, sign here. All right, good luck. Go, there's some training in the back office and, you'll be fine. Good job. We are here to actually help you build and grow your business. So if you decide to build, we're going to help you do that. And the more that you engage with your team and help them, the more they're going to grow and be successful. And in turn, that's going to make you successful. But remember, you're not figuring this out on your own. It's kind of like this webinar. I knew your coach may have only been in this for a few weeks or a few months, and they don't really know how to share the opportunity in full as someone who's been in it for 3 or 4 years. And so that's why your team is here. We are your team, and we're going to help you and give you the tools that are going to help you to become successful. Let's see, or what to expect from our team. We've kind of covered that. New coach training, online office. I know we're running over time here, so everything that's here we've really talked about. But again, if you have questions, type them in chat because we're about to come up to that right now. Your time commitment. When I started this business, my third child was 18 months old, and then my other 2 were home most of the time. They weren't full-time school yet. And so I literally put in 1 hour a day. That was my business. I did it consistently. But if you want to grow a larger organization, if you have 2 to 3 hours a day, you can do that, but it's totally up to you. You get to plan your schedule. If you work full time and you don't have much time to invest, we're going to help you figure out where you can put that time into your day and the most effective things that you can put into that 30 minutes to an hour so that you're not just wasting time, you're actually using it effectively to grow your business. All right, Michelle, this is you.
All right, so as a coach, your challenge pack to join, there's a few ways you can join. First of all, a challenge pack, that's the one we usually suggest because it is the most cost efficient. You're getting the most bang for your buck. You have an average savings of $50 to $80, plus you get that $40 coach enrollment fee waived. So it's actually a larger savings. And that's the big part, is getting the coach enrollment fee waived. If you have purchased a challenge pack in the past, you can also, there's a form where you can sign up as a coach, pay the $40, and then get that reimbursed. However, a challenge pack comes with a fitness program and your first shipment of Shakeology home direct. If you've purchased a challenge pack before and you want to purchase another challenge pack, because once you become a coach, you're not able to buy challenge packs anymore, then what I would do is cancel your current order of Shakeology and then order the challenge pack and let that be your HD order. So that being said, you will get a 25% discount off of everything you purchase once you are a coach. So unless we're talking about a great challenge pack sale, you're still getting basically the same deal once you become a coach, only you get it on everything, 25% off of all the programs that you end up purchasing. The second way is just to order Shakeology HD and then do pay the $39.95 coach enrollment fee. Again, if you are signing up as a coach, you might as well, I don't want to tell you what to do, but what I suggest to people is get the lowest challenge pack. That's $140. You're actually going to still save a couple of bucks. You're going to have a program that you can give away in a challenge group or give to someone who needs it, or keep it on your shelf so you have an extra program. So that's the suggestion I give there. And then the third way is to purchase a fitness program or get Beachbody on demand and pay the $39.95 coach enrollment fee. And that would be the least amount of investment that you're going to have as far as signing up. So with that, there you go, thank you. So you're going to have, once you sign up, an ongoing business service fee, and that is going to be $15.95 a month. Again, if you are currently ordering Shakeology HD, when you become a coach, if you combine that with the $15.95, you're still going to be saving between $15 and $20 a month even with it combined based on the discount that you're getting on the Shakeology. So that covers the media promotion that we talked about, how they are constantly doing their infomercials and the brand awareness, your personal website. A lot of companies, especially ones that I've joined in the past, I would have to pay a website fee. This covers that website fee. It covers your online office. It covers the customer service and support, the marketing, the communications, and everything that you need from Beachbody to be directly successful.
And you never have to have product on hand. It's always shipped direct. So you're never ordering, 15 orders to reship out yourself.
Exactly. So basically your desk is clear when it comes to that, and you don't have to worry about sending money to whom, when, or getting something shipped. So that's a really great point. Rebekah, do you want to talk for 1 second about the military?
Free for military, yes. So that was one of the things that really piqued my interest and made me sign up. So if you are military, or if your spouse is military active duty, then all the coach fees are waived. You don't have the $15.95, and there's no coach startup fee. We just recently started for veterans as well. For the veterans portion, it is only for the veteran, not for the spouse. So just keep that in mind. But this is an awesome perk. It's saved us a lot of money over the years. But to be honest with you, if I had to go back and pay the $15.95 at this point, I mean, it's been such a blessing to our life that without hesitation, I would do it. So yeah, the $15.95 a month compared to what I've seen, I mean, it's hands down. I talk to my accountant sometimes, and he's like, well, okay, but what is your actual income after the overhead? I'm like, no, it's $16 overhead. That's what my overhead is. So you really can't beat that. All right, guys. So this business really does help you keep on track, helps you stay accountable. I really have used the opportunity to help me, if you're holding others accountable, you're going to hold yourself accountable to your own health and fitness. So there's a few things we want you to keep in mind over the next few hours. Hopefully you'll reach out to your coach, let them know what you think of this webinar. Be honest, because we need your feedback. You can complain about it going over 10 minutes. I apologize for that. It's Michelle's fault. But a few things we want you to just think about. We just really appreciate you being on the call. If you have questions, please jump in and type it in the chat. Let us know. We're going to stay on for another 10 minutes or so and answer any questions you might have. We wanted to do a giveaway. So if you stayed on for this webinar and you sign up in the next 48 hours, your coach is going to let Michelle or I know that you've done so, and we're going to put those people into a drawing, and you will have the opportunity to win a size workout. So be sure, if you're ready to sign up, go ahead and do it in the next 48 hours. We'll give you 48 hours to do that. So, but again, thank you so much. And I'm going to just click over here to the chat box and see if there's any questions coming up. I see one. It's from Michelle.
Come on, guys. You have a question for us?
Or if there's any coaches on the call that want to add anything that we missed, feel free. Oh, let me go ahead and stop recording, though.